So good morning, beautiful angels. How are we all today? So we are doing the 44 easy ways to attract clients, and today I'm talking about the tourist information centers. This is one of those things that literally I never thought of until I required one. So let's talk about 44 easy ways to attract clients. But remember, just do the ones that you want to do. Before I go on any further, please head on over to our webpage, pellandandpalmer.com. Let me show you of our training we've got coming up. So jump onto pellandandpalmer.com, go to trainings and freebies, and then scroll down to events. So for this year, we have three massive events online and hopefully in person later on in the year in Melbourne. We also have the Australian Hypnosis Conference come up. We have decided to do it online on November the 12th and 13th. So bear with us while we sort that out as well. So if you want to come in and do Heal the Inner Child, it is accredited certification. It is recognized, and we will be doing that online on May the 13th, and it's only $49. It's an absolutely amazing training. It's changed my life since learning all this stuff. And it's not only changed my life, but it's saved relationships as well, because when some people discover their Jungian archetypes, then they can recognize their strengths and their weaknesses and what's going on, and when that Jungian is not being nurtured, so that way they can protect themselves. So jump onto that. It's only $49. We usually start at about 10 a.m. Victorian time, finish about 4 p.m. In the afternoon, and it's absolutely amazing. So you can book that online or in person. Now, if you're looking for those CPD or OPD points, please jump onto the gut-directed hypnosis certification. It is recognized by the AHA, the IICT, the CTAA, the ASCH, lots and lots of places, okay? We also offer pay plans for all of our courses at no extra cost. So if you want to come to one of our courses and you're finding that the price mark is a little bit too much on your budget, message me and we will sort out a pay plan for you. So the quicker you get onto that, the longer we can have the pay plan go for. As long as it's paid for by the time we launch, we're all good to go. So gut-directed hypnosis certification, you will learn 3 new hypnosis modalities: the vagal tone, Japanese hypnosis, and paradox healing. It is recognized for the 10 CPD points from the AHA. I'm also a supervisor now, so it can be recognized for your supervision as well, okay? All of the details are here on the page, and we also have our anxiety, depression, hypnosis protocol. Now, I sell most of these packages for around, the smallest one is about $3,500, and I'm booked out months in advance with this criterion. So jump onto that. Excuse me. So you're going to get your money back in your first client, honestly. We go through the whole kit and caboodle. This is a life project. That's how I promote it to my clients. And it's a life project, and it sets them up for longevity as well. You're going to experience all of the NLP techniques, the hypnosis, the mentalism, the tricks of the mind, the pre-talks, just outing, anchoring, absolutely everything in this entire process. And you'll also get a 150-page practitioner's manual and a certificate at the end of it. So we will be online for 4 days, so it is quite full on. Or you can come to our live event in Melbourne, hopefully, COVID pending, the blah blahs of the damn COVIDs. So please jump onto any of our training, and if you register for the anxiety and depression hypnosis protocol, you can get the gut directed and the Heal the Inner Child completely for free. All you need to do is register for the anxiety protocol, and then I will message you and go, hey, when would you like to do gut directed and Heal the Inner Child, and I'll book you in manually for those. So let's get on with today's video. So many years ago, my partner had left me, and I thought, you know what, fuck this, I'm moving. I've had enough of I've had enough of him. I've had enough of his friends. I've had enough of his family. I'd had enough of all the sporting groups he was associated with. Basically, I'd had enough of his shit. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go away. I'm going to travel around Victoria, and I'm going to have a look at a few places. And I like the smaller country towns. Anyway, I went up to a place called Maryborough in Victoria here, and it's a gorgeous, quaint little town. And it was only like 45 minutes from Ballarat if I wanted to drive in and go to the city as such. And I was hugely into sport back then as well. So I was playing racquetball, I was playing basketball, I was playing rugby, I was playing quite a lot of sports back in Portland. And I thought, you know what, I need to really find some sports as an outlet. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump into the local tourist information centre, and I'm going to ask about sporting groups. Well, when I got there, the woman looked at me like I'd asked for something foreign, that was not of this land. And all I did was I said to her, "Do you have a list of sporting groups that are in Maryborough?" And she was just like, And I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm considering moving to the area and I know what it's like to try and get information about sporting groups. Surely there'd be something in a tourist information centre, and there wasn't. I thought, hang on, what's going on here? Because my best friend works at the Tourist Information Centre and a lot of people go to those places. I personally just use Google, but a lot of people go to the Tourist Information place. And I thought to myself, oh, okay, I'm going to have a look around and see what the go is with this place, like what makes it so attractive. And as I was walking around, I came across a heap of pamphlets, those, is it A8 or something? They're just a one-page, quarter of an A4, and they were there, and they talked about tarot reading and psychic development. And I was like, that's interesting, because I wasn't into that sort of stuff at that time. I'm like, that's interesting. So I thought to myself, why don't you get some pamphlets when you move here and put them in the tourist info? So I spoke to the lady. She was completely on board. All I had to do was sign paperwork to show that I had insurance to run a business. Simple stuff, because we've all got that anyway. So here's some hints and tips, okay? Talk to the information centre and ask about what the requirements are to place a brochure with them. Some of them ask that you rotate the brochure and refresh it every 12 months. Some of them will actually print it for you, and others just require you to sign a piece of paperwork saying that you are a proper business and that you have insurance. So that one's super easy. I created a brochure inside of Vistaprint, and they had some really great designs, the threefold brochure. And when I created it, I made sure that I was keeping my brand alive. So rather than working on gaining a client, all I was working on was keeping my brand alive. Now, most people, when they go to the Tourist Information Centre, they're looking for touristy things to do. So be creative and make a special offer. So you can have a half price on a future projection session. If you're doing tarot readings or Reiki or massage or anything like that, you can have a deal that's only available if they bring that brochure back to you. Like, that's really cool. And create an experience. So back then, I was doing hypnosis and I was doing massage. So my whole criterion was a silent massage. So you could come to my clinic and have a silent massage. I would dim down the lights really dark, and I wouldn't talk to you after we had done the initial consult. And the only time I would talk to you was to ask you if the pain was too much or if the pressure was okay. I also had another brochure there that talked all about coming in for past life healing and having a past life experience. And that was a huge hit inside there as well. So have a special offer that's on your brochure, and also have it with a QR code on that brochure that goes to a web page that is unlisted on your web page, because you don't want random people seeing this stuff. You want them to be able to search for it, and you're only looking for those certain clientele. So people will research it on their mobile phones. You can ask for clarification, ask for feedback. Did they enjoy the experience, etc.? And you can also have it if you work in a clinic, like a beauty clinic, or blah 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 or in a clinic that's outside of your home. You can create specific experiences, and because these people are looking for tourist experiences, you can charge a little bit more for it as well. So make sure that you're creative and have your criterion set, ready to go, and approach these tourist information sessions. They have the wall space, they have the capacity, and it's all about that rapport and networking as well, because they're the kind of people, like, they are paid to tell people what to do in the area in order to keep tourism alive. That's what they do. So you can do the same thing, but get your brochure down there. You need to have it down there, because I admit I never moved to Maryborough in the end. I still don't know if there's any sporting groups there, but I absolutely went into the Tourist Information Centre in Portland and I started putting my stuff in there, and then suddenly I was getting a couple more clients. Easy peasy. So, tourist information centres, get your shit in there, go and have a talk to them, and then by all means, just keep on going, okay? I'll catch you in the future, my darlings. Bye-bye. Mwah.